I'm going to draw Godzilla Kong in 10 hours, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. Let's start with the 1 hour. Now, this is going to be a lot of fun. I've always loved drawing Godzilla and King Kong. So much fun to do. I've done a couple of videos on my channel where I drew them before, and now with the movie coming out, I thought this would be a great opportunity to draw them again. Now, Warner Brothers is inviting me to come to the fan screening of Godzilla Kong, and I'm going to be doing that in a few days. So check out my social media, and I'll show some highlights of when I'm going out there. So I thought it'd be a fun challenge to not just do one character. I could have just done Godzilla, I could have just done Kong, but I thought, why don't I try to do both and do them in this particular time limit here. So I'm going to start with the 1 hour, seeing how much I could get done in 1 hour. Now, these are very complex characters. A lot of things going on, like Kong here. A lot of hair. Hairy guy. But also he has that metal arm that you see in the movies. So I knew in the 1 hour I wouldn't be able to do that metal arm justice, which is why I kind of hid it. I didn't want to get into the detail. You know, I love to draw mechanical things, and I knew I wouldn't have enough time to do that. So I opted to draw it smaller while I focus on the details on Kong and on Godzilla itself. The scales, all the hair again, and all the little details here and there. And for 1 hour, not too bad. Not too bad. I highly enjoyed this. Wanted to finish it off by adding some smoke and some debris flying around. And this is me drawing Godzilla Kong in 1 hour. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so why don't we shorten the time a little bit? I'm now going to draw Godzilla Kong in 10 minutes. Let's do this right now. Now, of course, I know I'm not going to get a very good drawing if I'm going to try to draw two bodies here. So I thought, why don't I try to do two heads and draw half of each head. I always thought that was a cool image, seeing a half Kong face, half Godzilla face. So that's what I tried to do for this 10 minutes. I wanted to get a really cool image done. And definitely I knew I couldn't get as much detail as I wanted to in this one. So I stuck with a thick marker and tried to just get as much done with a thick marker as I could in 10 minutes. And the results, not too bad. Not too bad. So this is me drawing Godzilla Kong in 10 minutes. So as we always do, let's cut the time. Let's go to 1 minute. I want to try to draw the same type of image in 1 minute now. In order to get as much detail as I could, I knew I would have to draw it smaller. There's no way I could do the whole page and get as much as I could done in 1 minute. So I just trying to rough in the basic shapes. You know, you try to go the minimalist route. What is the minimum amount of drawing I could do where you kind of can figure out what's going on? So just the outline, the eyes, and if I have time to do things like scales and hair, I will. But just getting the outline done, that's good enough for me. And this is my Godzilla and Kong done in 1 minute. Not bad. You know, overall, not bad. The structure is good. The structure is okay. But let's see what I could do now in 10 seconds. Let's give this a try. This is always fun. Here we go. I don't even know what that is. You know what that is? I don't even know what that is. But I'm proud of it, so I'm going to go ahead and sign my name. There you go. But now we are going to do Kong and Godzilla in 10 hours, okay? These are two of my favorite characters, so I really wanted to give this drawing justice here. So the hardest part was trying to figure out the pose, and whenever I'm going into a drawing like this, where I know I'm going to have a ton of detail going on, where I know I just have two characters, so a lot of the detail will be going into these two characters, I wanted to spend as much time as I could just in the structure. And that's really the meat of it, you know, figuring out where everything's going. That's like a good like 70% of the drawing is trying to figure out where everything goes. So I was happy with this pose. I'm gonna go here and start inking it. You know, I had a piece of Godzilla Kong in Pacific Rim that I'm actually extremely proud of. I was really pretty happy with the detail there, so I wanted to go in and do my best to kind of top it, or get something that was comparable to that drawing. You know, when I did that drawing, actually when I did the Mechagodzilla drawing, if you guys remember that, Adam Wingard, who directs Godzilla X Kong, and he directed the last movie, he actually messaged me, and he really liked it. So, you know, I didn't message him about this one here. Maybe I'll message him, see if he likes it. But one thing I really wanted to do in the 10 hours was really focus on that new mechanical arm. I don't know if it'll have some of the Mechagodzilla capabilities in the movie, but I wanted to go in and really flex my mech muscles, as we say. If there's one thing I'm known for, it is my mechs. Okay, so by the way, shout out to everyone who came and said hi to me at the Toronto Comic-Con recently. It was great meeting all of you there, and my mechs are always really popular over there, so every time I get a chance to draw something cybernetic, mech-like, I'm going to take that opportunity. And when I saw that glove, I really wanted my shot at drawing it, you know. And the problem was, it was hard to find a proper reference for it. Like there's screenshots. You know, I tried to slow down the trailer to try to figure out what all the little details are in the glove, but it's kind of hard to see because there's no. Well, I couldn't find any reference that really kind of showed the actual details of it. So I tried to get as accurate as I could with this, but at the same time, I know it's not going to be 100%. So also, I want to add a little bit more detail than what's there. You guys know me. But one of the reasons why I want to add more detail is the smaller the details are, the more scale you're going to get, because I wanted them to feel like giants. So a way to do that is to add that kind of detail when it comes to this mech gauntlet. People are calling the Infinity Gauntlet, the King Kong Infinity Gauntlet. That's what I wanted to do with this particular gauntlet here. And you know, I always have a lot of fun drawing the cybernetic parts. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it while I go back in and drawing the rest of King Kong here, trying to get all the fur done correctly, all the hair, the way the texture is on the exposed skin, and then going in with the Godzilla here. And Godzilla is always fun to draw, but it's always a challenge to make it breathe properly because he has all these scales. He's got all this texture on his skin to make it read properly. And I was facing a lot of scaling issues when I was doing this particular drawing here. As you see, I'm drawing the arm here. And afterwards, I felt the arm, it didn't feel right to me. It just didn't feel right to me. Like right now, looking at it right now as I'm voiceovering this, it's like it's not bad. But the more I looked at it, I felt the arm was too small. And as you see here, I'm drawing the forearm here, and I felt it was too tiny. I backed up, and I was trying to figure out, you know, how it would look, and I wasn't happy with what was going on there. So as I drew the legs here, I kept going back to it, and I'm like, I'm not happy with it. So I ended up going back and kind of making the shoulder bigger, giving him some more bulk in the arm, making him a little bodybuilder-ish. And as you see, I tried to fix the hands. Now, it's always hard because I'm drawing straight to ink a lot of times. So trying to fix the ink without having to white out, that's always a challenge. But it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. And then I went ahead and drew more of the scales here. Now looking at it, maybe a little bit too big, but at the same time, I thought it ended up looking pretty cool. So as we wind down on the 10 hours here of the line arts of drawing Kong and Godzilla, had a lot of fun drawing, and hopefully you guys enjoy me drawing it as well. And as you see here, this is the final line art for Godzilla versus Kong. That's not versus. They're a tag team. They're tag team champions. Godzilla Kong tag team champions here. A lot of fun to draw. And, you know, the question is, do you like this better than what I did with the 1 hour? You know, I don't know. You know, maybe you like the 1 hour, and I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. But now, this is not part of the 10 hour. I decided to go in here and add a little bit of color, a little bit of flair, you know, trying to find some contrasting colors in the background, adding some fun things to kind of complete this image, going back into my matte painting background that I used to have in film. And this is one of the better pieces I've done in a while. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos I've been putting out. You know, recently I only want to put out pieces that I'm proud of, and I only want to give my all in every single video that I do from here on out. I'm not going to rush videos anymore. I'm just going to try to give you guys the best content that I can. And hopefully the last few videos have proved that. If you've been enjoying the videos, please do subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me if you do. Check me out on social media as I go check out Godzilla X Kong, the fan screening, and get my reactions. But here it is, the final Godzilla X Kong piece. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James, and I'll see you next time.